How about I'll look at Meg when I talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to leave when she walks up.
Hey, my name is Philip, and I've got a story to share. When I was in high school, I had a girlfriend that broke my heart. It's like she took it out of my chest. She bit out of it, threw it on the ground, stomped on it, and I was devastated. And so in order to deal with that, I felt like I had to get out of Dodge. And so I came to a little town called Wilmington, North Carolina, when there used to only be one coffee shop downtown called Cape Fear Coffee and Tea Company, right? And so I went to that coffee shop and moved here to 5th and Red Cross, downtown Wilmington, and my life completely changed. I decided I was too smart for God, even though I grew up in the church. It was like I said, you know what? I don't need this thing anymore. I'm smarter than this. And so I gave it up and led a life all about who I wanted myself to be and not about what God wanted. And one day, I had this mystical encounter where I felt like God spoke to me directly, and He said to me, read the book of Exodus. And so that's what I did. I read the book of Exodus, and it changed everything. I found that God in the book of Exodus was way different than the God I grew up believing in, that God was passionate for His people, willing to do anything to set them free from bondage to slavery to Pharaoh. And that was the kind of God I wanted to end up following. And so I just dove headlong into that. Ended up at a church predominantly made up of African American folks. I was the only white guy in there. And like everybody was running around, their hands in the air and shouting. And I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And so I just dove headlong into that. And now I've never changed that, because that's changed everything about me.